Are you waiting for something magic to happen in your marriage? Well, we have some things you can do without magic, so just keep an open mind. After all, we're all married adults. Don't be squeamish or shy. Get ready to get raw and real. Raw marriage begins in 3, 2, 1. Oh, hi, I'm Zev Halpern, and welcome to the Raw Marriage Show. And thanks for joining us. If you're married, or you have been, you know sometimes things get a bit raw between you for lots of reasons. In every episode, we'll have guests who'll highlight ways that help us meet at least some of our mutual needs. That'd be a good thing, right? We have a jam-packed show. Tara and Mick Carbo are unplugged in the marriage pulse. The It Takes Two players are here, and Danielle Joy is here to show us some special adult toys in the Sexpectation segment. So sit back, be encouraged while you experiment with ways and means to refresh, rekindle, and recharge your marriage. Here's the It Takes Two players to get us in the mood.
Oh, yeah. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it?
Hmm?
What are you looking at?
View.
Not that view. You're looking at that view. We're standing here together.
Barely.
You're looking at that view. Jeez.
You relax, okay?
It's embarrassing. It's insulting. It's insulting.
It's just a... That was a butt. So what? Doesn't mean anything.
But it does.
Here's today's Raw Marriage coaching perspective for your consideration. So I like to play, as you can see. I love sports, love old toys like this one. And even shiny new ones like this one. So what's the point? You like toys like a child, Zev? No, actually. I like toys as an adult. Adult play is underrated and frankly discouraged. The adult message: stop acting like a child. Playing and willingness to explore and experiment goes a long way. Playing together in marriage pays the highest dividends. Playing keeps it frisky and fun. Playing's an escape from the real stressful and boring status quo. Bottom line of today's coaching perspective is simply play with each other. Explore, experiment, and play. Find a game to play in your marriage that transforms the humdrum, domesticated mindset to one a bit more primitive and provocative. Yeah, how do we do that, Zev? Sounds too easy. To find play, you have to be involved in play. Just take one part of your marriage, one part of the pie, and make some time to find that special, titillating game you both look forward to. So please, take turns. And I think that he agrees. We'll be right back with Tara and Mick Carbo, unplugged in the marriage pulse. Hi, Tara. Hi, Mick.
Hey, Zev.
Nice to see you.
You too, Zev.
Always a pleasure, sir.
So tonight we're going to talk about temptations.
Ooh.
And there's a lot of them out there for married people. Is it okay to flirt? Is it okay to fantasize? Is it okay to think about other people? I know it's fine in my marriage,
Right.
but for some people, it's just they can't tolerate that. What do you think about that, Tara?
Yeah,
What's the deal?
sure. Well, I mean, life has to be fun, and you're married to your partner because they're your friend, and it doesn't. Like, the way I feel is like, why should we be uptight and feel like we're going to get in trouble with this person? And, we're here to experience our journey and to have fun with it and to be partners and friends. So people are beautiful. Why not share that with each other and say, hey, that guy's sexy. What do you think?
So you've seen it at parties. You've seen people,
Yeah.
couples at parties. You've been a couple at parties, and you've seen other couples at parties. And some of them are covering. They're very close to each other.
Yeah.
They don't mingle. One of them looks like they want to.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? What does that kick up in you, Mick,
Yeah, I
when
mean,
you see that?
it's actually painful when I see that because it's, like Tara said, life is about having fun and having play in a relationship and not having constraints and people feeling like they aren't allowed to look or joke or have a good time. As a matter of fact, Tara and I, like when we're sitting at the bar or at a restaurant or walking down the street or in a park or something, we'll point people out and, oh, he's hot or she's hot, and we actually have a conversation about it and make it fun. So I kind of feel bad for people who are, well, to each his own, right? But I kind of feel bad for people who kind of feel like they're locked in a cell and they're not allowed to look and joke and have a good conversation.
The classic thing is you see a couple standing at the pool or at the mall or some regular place, and something beautiful walks by, and you see the guy's neck is constricted, and sometimes it's a guy also, it's vice versa, but it's like dying to look, but just won't look, won't do it, and finally looks and gets spoken to about it. What is that?
Smacked.
What does that say? Or smacked.
Yeah.
Well, it shuts down communication. I mean, it creates a wedge in the relationship. It shuts down communication. People stop feeling comfortable sharing their thoughts and feelings. And then that seed just grows and grows. And then you're afraid to share other thoughts and feelings with the person, and it divides the relationship. So.
Yeah, I also think that it creates the space for hiding and lying and avoiding one another. Like, I remember very distinctly sitting down at the pool on vacation with my friend, and he looked at me jokingly, and he was like, oh, I'm going to put my sunglasses on now so I can look at whatever I want. And I'm not one for sunglasses. I never have been. And I was like, dude, go ahead and wear your sunglasses. I'm just going to enjoy my time checking out the sights without straining my neck.
I mean, don't people look anyway? I think they do.
Yeah, it's human
I think
nature.
they do, and I think they
natural.
might be hiding a magazine, under the bed, or they might be doing all kinds of things because they have to hide.
Yeah.
And we marry, but we're not taught to be secure.
My
And-
favorite is the incognito tab in the browser. I don't know if you guys, did you know that was
You can
available?
like hide your searches.
Yeah,
Is that
you
what
can
mean?
you can pull up an incognito tab, and that way nobody can check on what you're searching.
Well, I have no doubt.
Yeah.
We're in the age of Playboy going into reading. Because porno is so outrageously available,
Yeah.
and it's in your face everywhere, every time. So, something else: is it okay to tell your spouse about your fantasy? To speak to your fantasy? Honey, I was thinking about this. I was reading this in this book. 50 colors of what, that kind of thing, or anything. Is it okay to talk to your spouse about your fantasy?
So, I don't think that we can speak for everybody. Everybody's got their own guidelines and conditions for their own relationship. In our relationship, it's okay to talk about it. It's fun. It gives us something to play around with, something to joke about, and creates a good conversation. And I think that it's actually good for building security in ourselves and in the relationship itself.
I mean, it's a bit challenging for some people to muster the nerve to,
Yeah.
they don't want to get, popped
Right.
for doing it. But the truth is that we see things every day. we're stimulated, a lot of people every day. I don't know what the statistic is about how much people think about sex or what, but they think about it a lot. But then at home, sometimes in their marriages, they don't think about it too much, and you wonder why, because they're so constricted.
I'd say they're thinking about it. They're just being, separate and alone about it versus thinking about it and talking about it together, which I think is healthier.
Well, what do you think it is about the ones that can't? What's the issue? Where does it come from? Is it some kind of maternal, paternal type of thing going on where they're obedience? They learned that you're supposed to be obedient. You're
Absolutely.
supposed to not do this, and then it's affecting your relationship. How do you get around that? How do you get around what you grew up to see?
I really hope one of the ways that people can get around it is watching this show and actually, bringing this up with their spouse and having a conversation about it and just being open and sharing with each other, right? Because in my opinion, the reason is a fear. It's a fear of not being liked or not being loved or being wrong or bad. And you're right, it's learned from our parents, it's learned from our pastors and our rabbis, and in conversations with friends and what we see on the media and TV and books and everything.
Fear of being rejected by the other person, like, oh, you want to do that, or you like that? Like,
why aren't you thinking about me?
Right.
Yeah.
What you thinking about these other people for? Why
Yeah.
why, what's the deal with that? For me, it's a chance you get to hear what your spouse is really thinking. It's like a microscopic view. If they tell you, that's information that you absolutely want to hear. What do you think? I mean, when you hear each other, when you guys are open about it, what does it do for you?
Well, sex is a big part of a healthy marriage. So, I mean, just like, creating a balanced diet for yourself, I mean, for your marriage with your spouse, there's many components that go into it. So, you don't want to do the same boring thing. You don't want to eat, like, baked chicken every single day, right? Because then you're going to hate baked chicken. So you have to, like, hey, like, what do you want to do tonight can be the same thing around sex, like, Mike likes to do it in different places where you can get caught and get in trouble, right? So
Nick's a devil.
yeah. Oh.
Is he a devil? I think
This just happened recently, didn't
I
it?
thought that when I
Yeah.
first met him. I
So,
said, that
yeah.
guy's a devil. I think he's a devil.
So it's fun, right? And exciting. And, just like, but hey, if we had never talked about it and that wasn't a conversation that we ever developed, then, like, I wouldn't know that, or I wouldn't be fulfilling that in him. And then if the spouses don't talk and you're not fulfilling it within one another, then that creates space for that person to, like, look for it somewhere else, right?
Right.
Yeah.
What kind of marriage is preferable? For people who are watching tonight, what kind of marriage is preferable? One like we're talking about, or one like where one is just extremely insecure and the other one is wishing that they weren't so insecure about it? How do you get help for that? How does this person, I mean, the divorce rate is through the roof. It's clearly you can understand why the divorce rate is through the roof, because people aren't taught that it's okay, it's natural, it's human. It's always seemed human to me to do that. It seems unnatural the other way.
Right.
And when you see these people's faces, it just, my heart goes out to people who feel that they're trapped and obedient, and I think that they should speak up. But they never will. There's people who never will. So I hope by bringing, this kind of, stuff up. I mean, and look, people are reading the romance novels. Those are some pretty sexy stuff. I mean, I see they're glued on the beach.
Yeah.
And then I've read a couple of pages, and it's some pretty beefy, serious, stuff. Be good to take that to your marriage. It would be good to take that to your marriage, don't you think? I mean, I think it would be just a good idea to do that.
Yeah. I think the place to start is to create a safe space for the conversation. So anytime you have to have a conversation that you're afraid to have, then come out and say, I'm afraid to have this conversation, but I think it's important that we talk about it, and I'm not going to get it right the first time, and I might fumble through it, but, like, I think we should try to have this conversation. And by having that kind of, like, pre-conversation to just, like, set the stage, then it becomes, like, safe and comfortable to just take a stab at it.
Yeah, and if if a couple gets stuck in the conversation, if they get into an argument or they're
It's
not
likely.
Absolutely.
It's
Absolutely.
likely. Yeah.
This happens with us all the time, and every time that it happens, we go and we seek some outside help. And it's not because we need help or we're broken and we need to be fixed. It's just because we got stuck in a conversation and we would like to move it forward. So why not get some advice from a third party?
And it's important to have, sometimes, to have somebody facilitate conversations. I've had
Absolutely.
numerous
I love
people
it.
call me
Yeah.
and ask me, I got to have a conversation. I just can't have it. Could you please help me have this conversation that I have to have? And when it comes down, it's eye-opening how much comes out of this person and what the other person didn't know. A lot of times the other person goes, I didn't know any of that about you. I didn't know that you were struggling. Thank you,
You're welcome.
Tara.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mick, for very open conversation about something really
Our pleasure.
important. So what stuff would be a sexy turn-on to tell your spouse? Would it be a sexy turn-on or result in jealous, hurt, or worse? Let us know what you think. Just email Zev at rechargeyourmarriagenow.com. Sexpectations coming right up. What if you're trying to rekindle some fire in your marriage and you just both feel you're out of things to try, or your spouse is preoccupied, stressed, or the worst thing, indifferent to your thoughtful efforts? You or one of you wants a warm and sexy relationship. Well, today we have a great guest, Danielle Joy, who's been helping spouses spice their marriages up by experimenting with some mutually satisfying love enhancement products, sex toys. But before I introduce our guest today, and to get you focused and started on reclaiming your marriage, I want you to have a free gift, the 3-day Recharge Your Marriage Challenge. It's a chance for the two of you to try something, just the two of you, and see if you can meet the challenge. To get free access, log on to rechargeyourmarriagenow.com and transform your marriage. Danielle Joy is Senior Director with Pure Romance and has been with the company for almost 5 years and is a top consultant. Through her role organizing relationship enhancement product parties, sex toy parties, Danielle has influenced many pleasurable moments for many people, all kinds of people. Having successfully displayed intimate relationship enhancement products at many gatherings, she knows what people are looking for in the realm of sexy products that can really enhance a good or not so good sex life. Danielle Joy's expertise will provide us with a bird's eye view of how people get a chance to fantasize a little and bring something home that makes a difference in a couple's romantic life. Tara Carbo will be joining us for this segment. Welcome, Danielle. Thanks so much for coming. And Tara, thank you.
Of course.
For joining us. So you do sex toy parties,
those
but you call
parties.
them what?
Well, girls' night outs, girls' night ins. I do those parties.
And why do they come? Why do people gather for these parties? Isn't their husband or wife good enough? They need some product, some enhancement.
I think that most women come for the fun factor. I think that girls' night out has been a traditional thing, a release for many women. Most of my clients are professionals or mothers, and they're doing for everybody else. And so when they get to come out and not go out, most women we're so tired, we're going to do something, but we don't want to go out,
It's some fun.
Yeah, and they can come, they can have fun, they can laugh with their girlfriends, talk about sex, talk about their relationships, things they're doing already, at dinner, but they're doing it in a private setting in someone's home, let their hair down, and just be,
Tara, you been to these parties?
I have.
How was it? Was it educational
It
as well?
was. I mean, honestly, I've been to one. I didn't know what to expect. I was invited by a friend, the friend that you're obligated to go to the party, right? And I was like, all right, I'll definitely go, and I'll be there. And I had a great time. Presentation was awesome. I really enjoyed learning about the products, spent a little bit of money, and brought home some fun stuff that we tried together. So it was a great all-around experience. I loved it.
You know, I was in a drugstore the other day, and I noticed more than ever before they have sex toys in the drugstores, regular drugstores. I mean, they're kind of innocuous, but if you see them, there's. You know, I saw one that said "intimate night in a box." I was ready to jump.
You can put anything in a box now.
I was
apparently.
ready to jump into the box. You know, I mean, seriously.
Funny.
So you've brought some stuff with you.
I
and
may
I'm
have
sure
a few things with
the
me.
audience would like to see them, and we'll all feel like we're at a party.
Well, we're
And I
gonna
think
start a
that's
little
good.
foreplay because you never just want to go jump right in there. You know, you gotta warm
Exactly.
things up a little bit.
All right. So.
You know, I like to show women, especially at these parties, that there's something for everyone. I say mild to wild. You know,
Right.
all the way things that go buzz in the night. You know, and some women, they come to these girls' night ins or girls' night outs, and they've never even seen a sex toy in their life.
Exactly.
You know, and some of them have never even had their first orgasm. Like, there's a lot of things that we assume that everybody just knows and has been accustomed to or has experienced, and I find more so at every party that there are women who are so new to almost every part of what I have to show them. And so I like to help them feel amazing and sexy as a woman on the outside, you know, just as a person before I even get into how we can help them enhance their relationship with themselves, whether it be with themselves or with a partner. And so you know, my spa products, my bath and beauty products, you know, just to make them feel amazing all over so that they're in that mood when it comes time.
So there's really a silent partner too at
Yeah.
this thing. The silent partner is a spouse at home, you know, either drinking beer or out with the guys, or God knows what he's
Or
doing.
whatever
Who knows
else.
whatever? He doesn't know about what might be happening. And so let's see some of the stuff you have. and
Okay, so I'll break you in easy.
Please,
So
would you please?
that's-
Because we need
no
that.
problem.
Please.
So a couple things that I love and that my clients really love are our spa products, because I think they make you just feel good. You know, like, you know, you get a new pair of shoes, or you get, you know, your sex piece of lingerie, or, you know, a new piece of jewelry, and you feel like $1 million all of a sudden. So that's what we want people to feel like. So then they're going into the bedroom feeling that way too. So my bag of tricks here. We'll pull a few items out to show you guys. And one thing that I also do is I also cater to their male partner. You know, I think the majority of women that come to my parties do have male partners, and or, you know, close to more than half. And so we do have quite a few products that they can take home to share with that male partner. And I want to make sure that their male partner or their partner in general feel included, and that's one of the biggest parts of my party presentation, is to make sure that they're learning how to connect and make them feel included. So just a few things. One of the number one favorites of my clients is our Coochie Shave Cream. I think the name itself is just fun. It's really intended for the bikini line, so you have a nice, smooth, sexy bikini line, and none of the extra things that you don't want to see when you're wearing a bikini. But it's also great for your legs, your underarms, really anything that has hair.
But
You
this
can
is a
shave with
really
this.
great time for
Yeah.
ladies to air it out.
Yeah,
Talk
you
about here's what I got. Here's what I'm coping with.
Right,
You know,
exactly.
And then people share, I'm sure.
Yes, the
Lots
things
of
that I hear.
sharing going on.
There's a lot of sharing going on. So yeah, there's that. Our body dew spray, which is just awesome. You know, nice conditioning oil that you can put all over your body, make your skin glow. So you look in the mirror like, ooh, I look pretty good. I don't look ashy. Yeah, you know, I look really, really good.
So let's take
you
a
know.
look at this gun box
Oh,
over here. Which, I mean, let's
so
pop this
I always
gun
come
box
packing,
open
Zev.
and just
Always come packing.
so that we can make
Oh
sure
my
we
gosh.
just show. So just take
What are we
something.
looking at?
and
What do
just,
I
you
pull
know,
out?
Oh,
Danielle.
hand me that the pink one in the middle. That's
This
that's-
one?
Back up a little bit.
Right here?
Yeah. Let's look at
Oh,
that
this
one.
feels good.
It is. Oh, it's plugged in
Hey.
still.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
Now.
Somebody was busy.
No. So
Just drive your car. Have a good time. You know, loads of fun.
So this is one of our dual action vibrators, okay? And a lot of people also confuse vibrator with dildo. Dildos don't vibrate, okay? They're just still phallic symbols of awesomeness. But I'll be honest with you, we work really hard. You know, sometimes vibration is a little bit nicer, kicks things up a notch, and you don't have to do a whole lot. So
Simplifies the process.
right,
Let's try
exactly. This is one of my client favorites because one, it's rechargeable. You're not having to find the batteries in the remote control when your toy is dying.
So let's
it's,
see
you
a
know-
few more because we're
Ooh, okay.
running out of time.
Oh,
But, you know, it's
hand
good to
me that.
just take a just
Purple?
Yeah, she knew
Okay.
exactly what it
Tara,
was.
why don't you just grab a handful?
Grab a handful.
Just grab a handful.
So
and
then
you
we
know,
turn it on.
just
Come up.
Huh?
Can we turn
I
it
don't
on?
care.
Okay, so this right here, this party animal, has a lot of things going on. So you have this shaft here, obviously. We know what that's doing. Okay.
Yes,
you have
we
some
do.
back and front.
Well, don't
fun.
they? You know, like, wouldn't a husband say, "Well, aren't I good enough for you? What do you
Honestly,
need?
I think
Something
that we
else?" What's up with
underestimate
that?
our male partners sometimes. And a lot of reputable magazines have done research where shows that more than half of men in heterosexual relationships actually don't even mind that their partner has a sex toy per se.
Right.
As long as they're included. A lot of times they're like, it has lights, it blinks, it vibrates. It's fun. Let's play with this. I think as long as you involve your partner.
Play. It's about play.
Exactly. I was like, remember when sex was fun? Let's relax, have a little foreplay, involve your partner in it, and they can have fun too. I think.
So
that,
you have this person, and they're at the party, and they want to bring one home. Do you give them some instructions about what they might say to their spouse?
I do. I always tell them, I said, don't overthink it. I think women in general, we typically overthink everything. And I'm like, you know what? If you're excited when you go home and you're going to get naked, typically your partner's going to be excited too. Okay? So don't say so many things. Don't prep it so much to say, hey, babe, I got this really fun stuff this party night for us to try together. That's all you got to say. They're typically game because, again, you're going to be naked and you're going to have something that twinkles and shines and sparkles and moves around, and it's different. It's something different than what you're doing every other day that week in the bedroom.
And is the experience good? Do they feel? I mean, do you hear
think
about
that
rejection sometimes?
I feel like everybody's relationship is individual. I really think it comes down to wanting and having proper communication. But I hope that I can be a facilitator of that for women, because a lot of women just don't know how to communicate with their partner, and I hope I can be a liaison for that.
I think that they've chosen a good person. Danielle
you.
Joy, thank you.
You are
so
welcome.
much
Thank you.
For the display. And Tara, thanks for joining in.
Of course.
Definitely
These are really
added
fun. I'm gonna have
a
to
great
pay
thing, and I'm sure people are really going to enjoy it. So that's all the time we have tonight. Stay tuned for more Raw Marriage coming your way in the months ahead. Please join the dialogue. Send in questions and comments. First name and town only. Zev at rechargeyourmarriagenow.com. To connect with Mick and Tara Carbo, here's their email and website. To connect with Danielle Joy, here's her website so you can get your party started. To find out more about the It Takes Two players, contact Chris Pennick. Here's where to find me. At rechargeyourmarriagenow.com, I invite you to find out more about me by taking full advantage of all the special freebies you can download. This is the information that can really clarify what's been going on with you two. Enrich your marital communication skills. Reconnect for a deeper, more fulfilling relationship. Spice up your marriage and feel the love again. Follow me on Twitter, like my Facebook page, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and tune in to the Raw Marriage Podcast on iTunes. Finally, try some forgiveness if you can. Hug, kiss, touch, talk, cuddle. Say thank you. There are many ways to do that, you know. Get out more, laugh a little, smile when you can. Say you're sorry sometimes. Remember, we're built from our mistakes and our successes. So it's okay. We're only human. You can try again. I'm Zev Halpern. See you next time for the Raw Marriage Show.